I wanted to talk about that because that's what I have the most experience in as a disabled, chronically ill woman. And
hmm
I think what care would feel like if it was built around us would be listening to us, a lot more training in listening,
hmm
neurodivergence training, the way I've seen autistic and ADHD and other neurodivergent people dismissed and not understood or have their conditions minimized is a huge problem. So I think there should be better training for that. Accessibility, surprisingly, I've gone to a lot of doctor's appointments where doors didn't have the accessible button in like 99% of the doors. And places are blocked, there's construction, and elevators are out, and they're out for weeks or months. And it's just like we're not prioritized. Training for mobility needs, I think, would be a higher priority, um, because I've had people not know what to do with me when I come in a wheelchair, and there's stuff blocking all the paths that I need. Training for complex chronic illness and rare diseases. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is probably more common than is currently thought. But a lot of patients in my community have had doctors where they just don't know much about it, other than that it's a connective tissue disorder. They don't know that there's so many comorbidities that come along with it that all connect together. And then training for different body sizes. I've seen a lot of people in my community dismissed due to their larger body size or even thinner body size, assume that they have something that they don't have, being misdiagnosed. Um, and I think, especially with complex chronic illness, a lot of us go misdiagnosed because of the way that we appear and the way that our bodies are shaped.
Hi everyone. My name's Jillian. I um, am blind, low vision, and also a chronic illness. I appreciated everything that Nanette said about living her experience. The one thing I also wanted to dovetail onto that was the experience with having a rare chronic illness and managing an insurance company, and especially with some of these insurance companies adopting AI models to deny claims can just be incredibly overwhelming when you're dealing with uh, a chronic illness that's overwhelming in itself. So, my dream would be a world where insurance was just geared towards people that have chronic illness and don't subscribe to the mainstream, medical diagnoses and treatment plans.
I agree, Jillian, thank you. I also have had so many struggles with insurance myself, being on Medicaid and with the cuts being threatened and all the political stuff going on right now, with it's just making the government and insurance just so chaotic right now. Um, and the thing I wanted to mention, uh, I'm not low vision. I do have light sensitivity, so I often use technology to um, like voiceover and screen readers, so I can sympathize with some of the issues that you face. Uh, and the accessibility with insurance, is just insane right now. I mean, um, the delays that I faced delays in treatment that had me stop a treatment that I was on for years. They were like allergy shots, and they were very crucial to my um, immune system, because I was reacting to everything and they helped. And insurance wanted another prior authorization because the previous one expired. And I was waiting months and months to hear back from them for the submitted prior authorization. And I went months without treatment because of that, and I was having more symptoms. Um, and it was in the form of like snail mail, of what I was getting back, and sometimes that wasn't accessible to me because of my light sensitivity. So there's just so many things that insurance companies don't even consider with accessibility needs, that they need to have more disability consultants and people who really intimately work with disabled people to know the nuances like that. And I kind of lost my train of thought, but yeah, thank you for sharing.